You have come. Good. I am. I am Agent 71 of the Liberators. You haven't heard of us yet, because we haven't done much in this sector. Not within sight of you, anyways. But I can tell you that we are an organization working to undo the damage the Scribe, the Syndicate, and other even worse groups have caused in the mid-spur. New information. It can be a little overwhelming, I know. But you've already come so far. I'm sure you can learn a little more. That's us. We're a pan-species organization who work to secure some degree of stability for the people of the mid-spur. And now, the outer spur. Although we're few in number, we have a few tricks to counterbalance that. Intelligence gathering, cooperation with local civilizations, and the careful application of force. We punch above our weight, you might say. There are a few ways to answer that question. Were you to ask them, they think quite highly of themselves. Most aliens, however, view them as little more than ruthless criminals. Grifters and pirates who have moved into the power vacuum left behind by the crumbling Scribe Empire. Piracy, slavery, drug trafficking, 5D pollution. Almost any crime a spacefaring group can commit, they have committed, with great flair and elan. It's the region of space just beyond here, the middle part of this spur of the arm of the galaxy. Much like this region, for the last several thousand years, it has been dominated by the Scribe Empire. But the Scribe's hold over it has been weakening for some time now. Much of the region is now lawless, ruled by criminal organizations, the largest of which is the Syndicate. I'm not familiar with the name, no. As I said, the Liberators have only recently arrived in this region. We have intelligence on all the major spacefaring civilizations in this area, the Taiwa, Menkmak, etc., and humans. Although new arrivals on the galactic stage, word of you has spread far already. It's part of the reason I called you. But we have not heard of all the minor races or history of the region, including whoever these Lexites are. I see. Well, every civilization has their own divisions. Nothing remarkable about that. We've heard enough good things about humanity, and do not doubt you. Are you sure? Kidnapping is a commonly used tactic of the Syndicate as well, whether for the purpose of torture and information extraction, or just possibility of ransom. We have seen them do this many times before. I don't want to doubt your judgment. You understand this situation better than I. But in our dealings with the Syndicate, I will keep my ear out for any information on your missing commander. Wherever we go, we rely on the assistance of local civilizations, and we simply don't know many here. The Scribe have always been too powerful in this area for us to have dealings here. That has changed thanks to your efforts, and just in time. Aliens from the mid-spur are going to be arriving in this region in increasing number in the coming months and years. On the far side of the mid-spur, a crisis is brewing. Aliens are disappearing. Entire civilizations. Have you? Then I think I'd like to learn more about these Lexites. If they know more about this calamity, I would have this information. It's impossible to say what it is. Every attempt to investigate the missing aliens has met with failure. Information itself cannot seem to escape the phenomena. All anyone can do is flee. which they have done in great number, fleeing through this region. At best, this will cause an enormous amount of instability for you and the other aliens in this area. At worst, thanks to groups like the Syndicate, humanity and its allies may not survive at all. That's why we've contacted you. We'd like you to help us, so that we can help you. Aside from our advanced technology, we'll keep this region stable. That may sound like a small thing, but consider this. Humans are currently the apex species of this region. You want stability. Anything which upsets it will result in your fall. Thinking further ahead, the Liberators are the most experienced and effective group at organizing mass migrations. If the danger of the mid-spur reaches here, you would do well to have us as your allies. We are trying to find a suitable base of operations. Although the Liberators prize mobility and the flexibility that affords, some activities simply require fixed, defended facilities. For various strategic reasons, we would desire this base exist in the Chandri cluster. You move faster and more easily in this region than we do. We're hoping you can find a world suitable to our needs there. Look for something organic, with greenery. Our biological needs are typical. And there is another issue, a more delicate one. We have another agent in the region, Agent 96. We've lost contact with him. I suspect Syndicate involvement. Finding and rescuing him may involve some fooling the Syndicate into trusting you. Something I could never do. Agents operate largely independently of each other, interacting with locals to further the goals of the Liberators. So I'm not entirely sure what mission Agent 96 was on, only that something has gone wrong. We suspect Syndicate involvement, because that is almost always the answer. But this is a new region for us. There are hazards we are not aware of. Hazards you're more familiar with than ourselves. His last communication was from the Zeta Moose sector. That would be a good place to begin a search. I am glad to hear it. Farewell, humans.